Men are expected to make the overt and obvious first move when approaching women, whether that be making small talk or proposing a date. The decision to accept these attempts, however, is typically made by women. In other words, women decide where and when males can make romantic advances. Even though other species also exhibit this traditional courtship behavior, ours is a little more intricate. Since it is totally psychological, let's learn more. First, she can come out as more tense than usual. When you like someone, it's challenging to put 2 or 3 words together. Your tongue appears to have inflated inside of your mouth and is not acting how it's supposed to. If you do ultimately succeed in releasing something, it does so incoherently. Someone asks you what you do for a living, and you start listing off the things you ate that day. Keep a watch out for signs of anxiety, because even though the best of us have been through it, she might be having trouble breathing the right way. Possibly a little flushed, overly yawning, or restless. Do not be alarmed. She doesn't typically conduct herself in that manner. Simply said, she adores you. Number 2, her family and friends are aware of you. If a female is interested in you, she will discuss you with her friends. Women, after all, divulge everything to their friends. Number 3, she will answer the phone when you call with her friends there, and she won't hesitate to inform them that she has arrangements with you. Another positive clue is if she invites you to her friends' get-togethers. It implies that she envisions a future with you and will seek their approval. It's no different if she brings you around her family, and actually this means she likes and trusts you even more. If she introduces you to her family, it's another indication that she genuinely loves and wants you in her life. She won't ever reveal you to her family or even her friends until you actually mean anything to her. It is therefore the most reliable indication that she is very interested in you. However, this is usually something a girl does after you have been talking for some time, so don't expect it to happen right away. Number 4, continuous eye contact. Too much and too little eye contact can both be problematic. Too much eye contact might be uncomfortable. Too little, though, signals that you might be concealing something. Like that you're feeling nervous or insecure. When we look at it from the perspective of women's psychology, this is especially true. Even though some of those concepts can be commonplace. The following undisputed facts about eye contact are confirmed by Forbes. We now avoid making eye contact with others while talking about embarrassing or uncomfortable situations. But we make eye contact with people we like, admire, or who have an influence on us more often. Even drawn or photographed eyes can convey a powerful subconscious sense of connection when two people make eye contact. Given that making eye contact can only mean one thing. If the female is into you and isn't a creep, she compliments you and makes an effort to make you feel better. If a woman likes you, that's a fairly great indicator. There's a good probability she likes you if she gives you frequent praises or goes out of her way to make you smile. Sincere attempts from the female side are rather uncommon. Usually, the male is required to complete all of the challenging, detailed attempts. Guys need to be a little concerned for every girl in order to be a gentleman. However, when it comes to partners, girls are selective. Their attention will go to the people they genuinely care about or who they find attractive. Keep your eye out and attentive for welcoming assistance. Usually, by talking with her closest friends, you may determine whether a woman is into you or not. The reason for this is that your friends have nothing to lose by informing you whether or not they agree with you. Be alert for warning indicators, although they can be a little more subtle than that. For instance, you might be discussing your favorite dish with her friends. When you tell your pals that steak is your favorite food, they exclaim, "Oh my goodness, that's so hilarious, since insert girl's name here also likes steak." The direction this is taking is obvious. Number 5, whenever you go out, you run into her and her girl friends. Isn't it odd when you run into her and her friends at the precise spot where you tell them where you'll be hanging out that day? We don't believe that is a coincidence at all. In all honesty, if she didn't like you, you wouldn't even be seeing any of her friends or hearing her name mentioned in any talks. It wouldn't even be a topic worth considering because she appears uneasy with you. If Shush is doing things like playing with her face or hair, she might be doing so because this will help her avoid making eye contact. She might not seem interested, but she could just be scared. The majority of guys don't understand the distinction between a woman being afraid of you and simply not wanting to be near you. She touches her face, plays with her hair, looks down, and fumbles with her hands as symptoms of worry. Whether or not she speaks much, do your best to make her feel at ease around you in order to allay her anxieties. When a female adores a guy, she has concerns and fears. She does this because she is afraid of saying or doing something that her crush might not like. This causes dread and anxiety. These actions are one of the clearest indications that a girl is interested in you. She communicated with you through her body language. Body language and vocal tones, rather than words, are the most useful assessment instruments. Someone who fixes their appearance while you're around shows they like you. If they lean into you when you're talking to them, that person likes you. A person who is at ease and, you guessed it, likes you, will also stand in front of you with their entire body exposed. Conversely, actions like crossing your arms or legs usually show the opposite. These distracting activities include using a phone and staring off into the horizon. Even while this doesn't explicitly deal with the psychology of women, it nevertheless pertains to everyone. When they are intrigued by a man, she exhibits a friendly demeanor. Some females display the complete opposite of anxiety. The way a lady carries herself can indicate whether or not she is interested in you. So how can you tell whether a female is interested in you? She will simply turn her entire body to face you as you speak. She will always try to get close to you or touch you. She won't flee or flinch if you approach her and put your arm around her if she likes you. Be cautious though, as you don't want to overdo it to avoid awkward circumstances. Find out whether she feels at ease. Physical contact is intimate as well. You feel love and delight from them. Even something as basic as holding hands or cuddling and hugging can make someone feel extremely happy. In particular if you actually like them. Number 6, she unintentionally imitates your actions. It is apparent that individuals appear to move similarly while conversing. It could be overt, like frowning when someone else frowns, or covert, like the tone of speech. When a girl imitates you, it suggests that she believes in you, feels a connection with you, and sees many similarities between the two of you. If you pay attention to this mirroring behavior, you might be able to determine if she likes you or not. If she listens to you and demonstrates that she has been paying attention by bringing up prior conversations, she will remember what you tell her. Depending on what you say, she might be interested in you and perhaps tell you a few inside jokes. If she likes you, she will find everything about you interesting. Therefore she will remember even the smallest details about you. She will notice and wish you success if she can relate to your circumstances. Whether you have a difficult deadline at work or a huge game to play. She may even give you a moment to catch your breath while you remember seemingly insignificant details about the people you admire. This has a psychological explanation since when you like someone, you start to enjoy pretty much everything about them. Additionally, because your subconscious mind keeps thinking about it, you don't forget about it. Therefore, it can be difficult to discern whether a woman likes you. It's likely that you will make some blunders along the way, but this is to be anticipated. Despite this, you shouldn't become overly socially uncomfortable when a lady rejects you. As long as you conduct yourself in a gentlemanly manner when making those initial dating approaches and avoid acting weird or creepy.